Do you ever wonder why your legs feel weaker even though you eat healthy foods and exercise regularly? Why do the stairs seem harder to climb than they used to be? Why does getting up from your favorite chair take just a little bit longer now? You might think it's just normal aging, but what if I told you there's something else going on? Something you're doing every single day without even knowing it could be hurting you. Here's what might shock you. It's not about what you're not eating. It's about what you are eating. And you're probably doing it because you think it's good for you. Most people over 60 make the same mistake every day. They eat certain fruits thinking they're making healthy choices. And yes, fruits are generally good for us. But here's what nobody talks about. Not every fruit is right for older adults. Some of the fruits we eat without thinking twice can slowly make our legs weaker, cause knee pain, increase joint inflammation, and make walking harder. The fruits that are supposed to be healthy might actually be hurting your mobility, balance, and leg strength. Before we dive in, if you care about staying strong and healthy, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is where we share the truth that others won't talk about. I want to know if you're with me on this. If you're watching this video and it speaks to you, type the number 3 in the comments. If not, type 2. Your voice matters more than you know. Let me tell you about 7 fruits that anyone over 60 should be careful with, especially if you want to protect your legs from long-term damage, pain, and weakness. None of these fruits are as innocent as they seem. After you learn the truth, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. Let's start with watermelon. Light, refreshing, and the perfect summer treat, right? Everyone says watermelon is great for staying hydrated. It's mostly water, has few calories, and tastes amazing on a hot day. But here's the problem. Watermelon has an extremely high glycemic index. This means it makes your blood sugar shoot up fast, just like eating candy. When you're over 60, these quick sugar spikes can be really harmful, especially to your legs. Here's what happens in your body. When your blood sugar jumps up quickly, your body releases insulin to bring it back down. But as we get older, our bodies don't handle insulin as well as they used to. This creates inflammation, especially in areas where blood flow isn't as good. And where does this show up first? Your calves, your ankles, your knees. You might notice your legs feeling tired right after eating watermelon, or that dull ache when you take a short walk. Maybe you get that strange, lasting swelling around your ankles. Climbing stairs starts to feel like climbing a mountain. The tricky part is that watermelon feels so light and innocent. It's like a sweet trap that slowly wears down your legs. Most people eat a lot of it because it's juicy and refreshing. 1 slice becomes 2, then 3. More sugar, more stress on your body, more inflammation. You think you're just eating water, but your blood sugar is actually spiking. Your circulation is struggling, and your legs are paying the price. Now let's talk about grapes. They look so innocent. Small, juicy, easy to snack on. They have a great reputation too. Heart healthy, packed with antioxidants. But most people don't know this. Grapes can cause quiet leg pain, stiffness, and inflammation in older adults. Why? Because grapes are loaded with fructose, a type of sugar that can be harmful when you eat too much of it. Fructose goes straight to your liver, and when your liver can't process it all, it turns into fat and something called uric acid. That's when the real damage starts. Uric acid builds up in your joints, especially in your toes, ankles, and knees. It causes a nagging, burning, swollen feeling that makes even gentle walking difficult. Have you ever had that sharp pain in your big toe at night? That sudden stiffness in your calves? It might be something as simple as a handful of grapes raising your uric acid levels. But it doesn't stop there. Fructose also feeds chronic inflammation in your body. This means more stiffness, more pressure, slower movement. The worst part? Grapes are way too easy to overeat. They're small. You can pop them in your mouth without thinking. They don't feel heavy or filling. But before you know it, you've eaten 2 or 3 cups, and all that sugar adds up fast. So while grapes might seem like a healthy snack, they could be quietly making your legs weaker, less flexible, and more uncomfortable as you age. Here's one that might surprise you. Bananas. Soft, sweet, and famous for their potassium. Bananas are supposed to be great for you. They're said to give you energy, prevent cramps, and help your muscles. But for older adults, The story is different. Bananas are packed with natural sugar and fast-digesting carbs. This means that right after you eat one, your blood sugar levels spike, and your body starts having trouble with insulin. When this happens often, your circulation gets weaker, inflammation goes up, and your legs suffer. You might notice a dull ache when walking or going upstairs, heaviness in your legs after meals, or stiffness in your calves. There's more to the story, though. Bananas also make you hold on to more water, especially if you have heart issues. This leads to swollen feet, swollen ankles, and stiff joints. The effect is silent. You eat them thinking they'll help your muscles, but instead, they might be slowly draining your strength. Here's the worst part. It won't hit you right away, but over time, eating bananas regularly might make it harder to move and cause more pain. If you often have heavy, achy, or swollen legs, think about the fruits on your plate. Bananas might not be as friendly as they first appear. Let's talk about mangoes, juicy, soft, and almost like candy. Nearly everyone loves this fruit, especially in the summer. But here's the truth. Mango might be the worst fruit for older people who have weak joints and leg pain. Why? Because it's loaded with natural sugar. I don't mean just a little bit either. I'm talking about a serious sugar hit that will make your blood sugar shoot up fast and hard. If you're active and under 30, your body can usually handle that spike. But after 60, your metabolism changes. That sugar rush causes an insulin spike and then a crash. And every time this happens, your body creates inflammation deep in your joints, especially in the soft tissues around your ankles, hips, and knees. You might feel a burning sensation in your toes, especially if you have nerve issues, a tingling that won't go away, swelling around your feet in the evening, a creeping heaviness in your legs. The tricky thing about mango is that it tastes light and feels fresh. It doesn't seem like a big meal, so it's easy to eat more than you should, but that makes it worse. Here's the thing, though. The light feeling doesn't matter to your body. The sugar still makes it react the same way. And over time, that sugar can lead to joint pain, slow walking, and unsteady legs. Many older people eat mangoes thinking they're a natural treat, and it is natural. But natural doesn't always mean safe for aging joints and weaker circulation. Now let's discuss pineapple. Tropical, juicy, and refreshing. For years, it's been praised as a natural anti-inflammatory because of something called bromelain. But here's the twist. While many people think pineapple reduces inflammation, it might actually be causing quiet inflammation in older adults. You see, pineapple has strong acids and natural sugars. And those sugars aren't as harmless as they might seem, especially if you're over 60. As we age, our blood vessels become more fragile and sensitive. They don't react to sugar spikes the same way anymore. Despite its benefits, pineapple hits your blood with a powerful dose of natural sugar. What does this do? It raises blood sugar levels quickly. That spike can damage the tiny blood vessels that feed your legs, feet, and muscles. As circulation gets worse over time, less oxygen reaches your legs. And you know what that leads to? Pain, tiredness, swelling. After a short walk, you get that dull, dragging ache in your legs. When standing, that stiffness in your knees. Your ankles suddenly hurt even if you've been sitting all day. There's more. Pineapple is acidic on top of being sweet. That acid can irritate your joints, especially if you already have inflammation or arthritis. It's like adding fuel to a fire that's already burning in your knees, hips, and ankles. Some people even notice their legs feel heavy after eating pineapple, like their strength is slowly draining away. The most dangerous part of all this? Pineapple doesn't have any big, obvious side effects. There are no clear warning signs or immediate pain. Instead, it works slowly until you finally realize you can't move like you used to. Let's move on to oranges. They're smart, they smell fresh, and they're everywhere, in juices, health drinks, and breakfast plates. They're supposed to boost your immune system with vitamin C. But oranges might be hiding an ugly truth for older adults, especially those over 60. What's behind that citrus brightness is acid, and your joints hate it. Oranges are loaded with citrus acid. While that might seem normal, it can cause quiet joint irritation, especially if your body is already fighting inflammation, stiffness, or arthritis. You might wake up with slow stiffness in your knees, ongoing hip pain, that uncomfortable feeling in your legs after sitting for a long time, less mobility and more swelling. You might think it's just aging, but that healthy habit of drinking orange juice every morning could be adding to the very pain you're trying to prevent. Here's what really happens. The citric acid in oranges doesn't just affect your stomach. It gets into your bloodstream and can irritate your joints' delicate tissues. Plus, when mixed with the fruit's natural sugar, it causes blood sugar swings. And what's the result? Inflammation throughout your body. Inflammation that spreads to your knees, ankles, and calves, making every step feel a little heavier and more painful. You see, oranges might not hurt a younger person, but in an older person with aging joints and slower circulation, the effect builds up quietly. The hardest part is that you're doing it thinking you're helping yourself, because oranges have always been linked with health. But now you know they might not be good for your joints. The last fruit looks clean, green, crisp, and lower in sugar. People think it's the safe choice, but it hides something that can lead to nighttime cramping, tight knees, and aching hips. Let's talk about green apples. They look crisp, clean, and natural. Plus, most people, especially seniors, think they're the healthier choice because they taste less sweet. It seems like a good, low-sugar snack. But here's what most people don't know. Green apples can quietly cause tiredness, stiffness, and leg pain. There are two threats: malic acid and hidden natural sugar. First, let's talk about malic acid. This is what gives green apples their sour taste. And while it's fine for young people, it can be hard on aging digestion. As we get older, our stomach lining gets more sensitive. Plus, malic acid can irritate tissues, including joints, once it gets into your body. After eating apples, some older people get sharp hip or thigh pain. Others feel a mild burning in their feet or tightness in their knees. It doesn't happen right away, but over time, the acid builds up and the pain becomes more common. Now, let's talk about the sugar. Even though green apples don't taste as sweet as red apples, they still have natural sugars. And that sugar causes blood sugar swings in older people with slower metabolisms. Your calves might get tired. Your legs might cramp at night. You might feel stiff in the morning or weak when going upstairs. The hardest part is that green apples are often eaten raw as a snack or even right before bed. So your body is constantly being affected by them. They look so healthy and pure, but for aging bodies, green apples might be quietly making it harder to walk, stiffening joints, and making nights more restless. Now that you know which fruits to be careful with, let's talk about what you can eat. Because eating the right fruits does more than just satisfy your hunger. They actually heal your body. First, let's talk about berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. These little fruits are powerful inflammation fighters. They're low in sugar, high in antioxidants, and gentle on your blood sugar. Best of all, they improve circulation, especially in your legs. They help fight stiffness, reduce swelling, and make movement easier. Next, cherries, but only in small amounts. Cherries can actually help lower uric acid, which means less chance of gout and joint pain flare-ups. They calm angry joints and that burning feeling in your knees or toes. Just a handful of cherries, not a whole bowl, can give real relief. Then there's avocado. Yes, it's a fruit, and it's one of the best for healthy joints. Why? Because it's full of good fats that reduce inflammation inside your body and cushion your joints. Plus, it helps control insulin, giving you steady energy without blood sugar swings. Looking for something gentle on your stomach? Try papaya. This soft tropical fruit has enzymes that help reduce inflammation and aid digestion. It's easy on aging joints and gentle on your stomach. And don't forget pears. Eat them with a little fiber or protein. They give gentle sweetness without being too sweet. They fuel your body without putting extra stress on your legs. Each of these fruits works with your body instead of against it. They don't cause pain. They don't make you swell. They help your body find the strength, balance, and peace it's looking for. Remember, it's not just about eating fruit. It's all about choosing the right ones for your age, fruits that work for your body right now. And when you make those choices consciously, you start to feel it. Stronger steps, calmer movements, clearer mornings. If you're finding this information helpful, please hit that like button. And let me know in the comments which fruit surprised you the most. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any health information that could change your life. One thing tells me something important. If you've read this far, you care about your future, your strength, and your health. And I want you to hear this clearly. It's not too late to make changes. You still have time to heal, and you're not alone in this. Getting older is tough. The pain, stiffness, and fear of falling comes slowly. And sometimes they can make you feel like your body is disappearing. But here's the truth. You can take control. Not with extreme measures, but with smart, small changes. One meal, one fruit, one choice at a time. The fruits we talked about today aren't poison. They just might not be the best for your body anymore. And that's okay, because aging doesn't mean giving up. It means getting smarter. When you start eating mindfully and choose foods that support strength, circulation, and joints, you'll notice a difference. Less pain, more flexibility. Smoother mornings, lighter steps. That's what this is about. Not fear or restriction, but empowerment. I want to hear from you now. In the comments below, tell me what you learned today and what change you're ready to make. Because when we share, we all learn and we can help each other. If this video helped you, or even open your eyes a little bit, please hit that like button. Hit subscribe to make sure you don't miss any information that could change your health. And before you go, turn on that notification bell. Please type 3 if this video was helpful, or 2 if it wasn't. Your comment might be more important than you realize. Stay strong and stay aware. And remember, your legs carry your independence.